Hi everybody, welcome to my first plan with me. My name is Stella. I am a pre-law student in undergrad right now, studying poli-sci technically, but my dad is a criminal lawyer and I would love to follow in his footsteps. So eventually I'd like to go on to law school. Let's see, what else? When I'm not working, I work at a little boutique that my friend owns, and that's pretty much it. I managed to keep super busy, so I hope that you enjoy this plan with me. I'm gonna be doing some back planning, actually, some memory planning, just like a fun spread, because my actual one is just boring notes and things that I have to study for the week and all that kind of stuff. So I am using this kit 78 from St. Mutual Designs and some other fun stickers. So let's get into it. This is actually my first time using a happy planner. So I have an Erin Condren kit, like the standard 1.5 size columns. So hopefully it all fits well. It should. All right, so now that I got the basics set up, let's get into the daily grind. So Monday was actually a super crazy day. It started out pretty normal. All right, so that's that. And then I have a little break, and then from 4 to 8, I have work. And it's a pretty normal day at work, nothing really too exciting. I think I mentioned before I work at a little boutique that my best friend owns, and it's usually a lot of fun, but sometimes I have this one shift supervisor that I have to work with, and she's just the worst. So I always dread whenever I'm working with her, but Monday, thankfully, she was not there. However, on the way home, the craziest thing happened. Okay, so after work on Monday, the craziest thing happened. I was walking home like I usually do, and I live in a like super small town, so it's just like a little college town, and nothing ever really happens. I feel really safe. Where do I want to put this? I think I want to put it here. Just like some weird spaces. I'm still kind of getting used to this planner. Anyway, as I was saying, super small town. I feel safe. Nothing ever really happens. It's boring. But as I was walking home, this girl was just crossing the street. She has the right of way and everything, and she gets hit by a car while she's walking. It was insane. So I run up to her. Her name is Amelia, and she's totally out of it, but seems okay. And the car sped off. I couldn't find him. I tried to get their license plate. I was able to get the car make and model, but I couldn't get the plate. They sped off too fast. So anyway, I stayed with her, made sure she was okay, called 911 and everything. They took her in the ambulance, and it was just insane. So I ended up going to the hospital later to check in on her to make sure that she was okay, but I like couldn't get it out of my head all day, all night. So I really didn't sleep well Monday night. And thankfully on Tuesdays I have later class. So because I was tired. So yeah, it was crazy. Thankful she was okay, and I'm so glad that I was there too, because that could have been really bad. How do I want to do this? That's cute. Okay, so yeah, on Tuesday I was super tired. Thankfully, like I said, I have later classes on Tuesdays. So let's see, my first class is philosophy, which, I mean, interesting, but not the best class when you're tired. And then after that, I have a French class, which is probably my favorite. So it's a pretty standard morning, at least. I was like really preoccupied though, because I couldn't stop thinking about Amelia and wondering if she was okay. So I decided after my French class, I went over to the hospital to check in on Amelia. Do you hear? So yeah, let's see. Check in on Amelia. Okay, so while I was there, I was talking to her a little bit, you know, just like checking in, making sure she was okay and everything. And she was drinking this coffee that looked amazing, so I'm gonna have to try it. She said it was a chai tea latte with apple juice. So I definitely have to try that out. I had never heard of it before. And also while I was there, I ran into her parents and overheard them talking, and I was so sad. They were talking about how stressed they were, about how expensive this is going to be, and like they were, you know, obviously grateful that she was okay, but I guess they were expecting, it was kind of tragic, but they had a family member that passed away recently, and he was super wealthy and a really nice guy, I guess, and had made all of these promises that he was going to you know, help out his family and his community when he passed. I guess he was ill for a while, so you know, there was kind of talk about stuff being in his will and that kind of stuff. And so the parents were kind of expecting to get some money from, you know, that when he passed. And unfortunately, when they did the reading of the will, there was no mention of them in there anywhere. So they were a little bit stressed about what was going to happen with that. Obviously I didn't, you know, I just overheard that. I didn't like actually have a conversation with them about it because I didn't want to put my nose where it didn't belong, but I thought that was interesting. Just realized I forgot to put the weather, so we're gonna put that up here. Okay, so I checked in on them, and you know, they're doing as well as they can. Amelia is going to be in the hospital for a little while longer, but she was in really good spirits. She's a really sweet girl. So let's see. Let's put you down here. And then after that, I didn't do a whole lot. I really didn't like that. I had some homework to do and just kind of vegged out, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, I like that. So after Monday and Tuesday being crazy, thankfully Wednesday was pretty normal. Didn't really do a whole lot other than go to class, you know. So let's see. Okay, so after class, I had work again from 4 to 8. And thankfully, no Shannon again. It was great. Actually got to work with Bess a little bit. She was there like doing inventory and stuff, so it was nice to catch up with her. We decided to we're gonna do dinner later in the week, so that was great. All right, And then that was pretty much it. Just nobody got into a car accident after work on Wednesday night. So that was great. All right. Moving on to Thursday. All right. So in the morning, I actually rode my Peloton, which was great. It has been a while, but I had some stress, needed some stress relief, you know? It had been so crazy. And Thursday was a super busy day, so I knew that I'd probably want to get some sort of activity in the morning. So let's see. After that, then, you know, we have class again. Philosophy, at least this time I was a little bit more awake, which was good. So after class, I decided to get some much needed coffee. I'm gonna do some layering here. So I went to the local coffee shop and set up shop for a long study session because I was slacking this week. And it was the craziest thing. I heard this girl, she had a really, really hoarse voice. And she was, when they called out her drink, it was for an Amelia and it was that apple chai. I asked myself and asked if that was for, you know, the Amelia that had just gotten into the car accident. She said yes, she was her neighbor, and she was just going to check in on her and bring her some coffee. So we were chatting for a little bit, and Amelia's neighbor, she was also really close with their Amelia's uncle that had passed. And she said that same thing. She was supposed to inherit a bunch of this money from the neighbor, Crawley, and, you know, was obviously like a little disappointed that when he passed, nothing came of it. And, you know, she was really nice. She's like, sounds so selfish, but, you know, she was like really counting on it because I guess she is a singer, and you know, like I said, her voice was like really, really hoarse, and she had been counting on this money because she was going to get a surgery for her throat, so that I don't know the details, but it's something to help her with her throat so that she could sing again. And I guess like she would go over to Crawley's house and play the piano and sing, and it was like their favorite pastime, and that was something that he really wanted to do for her. So she was really surprised when, you know, the signing of the will or the reading of the will, and nothing, she wasn't awarded anything. So that was strange also. But she was really sweet. It was nice to meet her, and I got some studying done, but not as much as I probably should have. So, anywho, after that, I ended up meeting Bess for dinner, and that was really great to catch up. And then, kind of had a late night. I seem to always go out on Thursdays instead of the weekend. I don't know about anybody else, but Friday, class, last class. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh, well. Okay. We'll use this one. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. English. And then I have to go to work after that. So on Fridays, I usually work 10 to 6 because I get out of class so early. And unfortunately, on my longest shift, I naturally was working with Shannon the whole time. She was my shift supervisor that day, and it was torture. I feel like Bess does that to me just so people don't think that I'm getting preferential treatment, and it is so annoying. But it is what it is. I'm grateful that I have a job while I'm in school, and it could be so much worse. But I don't know what it is that she has against me. She's just not a nice person. I don't know. Like, we've known each other since high school, and she's just like always had it out to get me. Like, she's just one of those mean girls. So Saturdays I don't typically work, so they're usually my like get caught up with life day, do homework, that kind of stuff. So I kind of have a list of things to do. Let's see. Okay, and then I also on Saturday got my hair done, which was awesome. Desperately needed a cut. And this was also interesting. I love going to the salon because it's like where I get all my gossip, you know? I was getting my hair done with Zoe. She's the absolute best. I overheard people talking about all the drama with the Crowleys and the Turners. So turns out, or not the Turners, sorry, the Topums. So the Topums took in Crowley when he was like really, really ill. And they're already like super wealthy, but somehow they got like all of this money from Crowley when he passed, which was strange because they didn't really have that close of a relationship, when he was alive. And somehow, they like weaseled their way in, is what people are saying, and got like all of the inheritance. And, they're just like gloating about it, which is like really, really unfortunate because all these other people were promised the money and, they were kind of like cheated out of it, it feels like. So I don't know. It felt kind of fishy. So I'm going to put this over here, even though it makes no sense. And just so I don't forget. So super strange. So I don't know how I feel about all of that. It makes me wonder, feels a little suspicious. All right. On Sunday, I had to work again. Not too bad though. Relatively short shift. I worked 9 to 1. Let's do this washi situation again. And then I had dinner with my dad. It's like our Sunday night ritual to have Sunday dinners together. And while I was, at dinner with him, I was kind of like telling him everything that happened over the week, filling him in on everything, And like I said earlier, he is, let me see if I can get this up. Okay, cool. He is a criminal lawyer. And so I was, telling him how like suspicious everything kind of seemed, and that I just like couldn't stop thinking about the Crowley and the Topums and all of that stuff that was going on. And so he kind of encouraged me to investigate a little and maybe like reach out to some of the family members and see what was really going on. So I think I'm going to do that in the following week. So stay tuned if you want to hear how all of my little meet and greets with the rest of the family members went, to see if I can get to the bottom of what's going on with this really crazy, weird family drama. All right, that was this week's Plan With Me. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and like I said, stay tuned for next week to find out what happens with the Crowleys, with Amelia, with the money. All right, thanks guys. Bye.